Hey, what's up guys? Warren McCaslin here of Demca Actuation Solutions. I'm going to be running through a couple of our products in our electric actuator range and introducing you to some of the features, some of the applications that we are able to meet, as well as the services that we provide. Okay, so we're going to start off with the new actuator which is in our range. This is the Ps-Ams 40-turn electric actuator manufactured by a company by the name of PS Automation in Germany. The reason why we are sourcing this product, whereas we do already have ranges that meet quarter-turn applications, is primarily because of the amazing features this product can meet. Number one, it's fail-safe. Formerly, Demca was only able to provide fail-safe applications up to 300 Newton meters. However, now with this puppy, it can go as much as 2,000 with plans of going up to 3,000 Newton meters. That's a great difference. The really cool thing is it's not spring loaded or battery operated, it's all supercapacitors, which we will go into a little bit later. The other cool thing about this range is that it's available in all power supplies. I mean 24 volts DC and AC, 110 volts and 220 volts, which would be your single phase applications, and 380 volts, 525 volts, particularly useful for the mining industry. Right, like I said, it's a quarter-turn electric actuator, so the sort of bulbs that you would be using it on would be butterfly bulbs, like these here, ball bulbs, dampers, or wherever else you have 90 degree, 180 or 270 degree operation. Demca would obviously also be responsible for the fitting and commissioning of those limits, and we will go back into that a little bit later. Right, so I've told you the various voltages that these actuators are available in. Let's have a quick look at the two different ways of operating this actuator. There are actually three. So the one on the left would be for the actuator on the left-hand side there. I'm going to call that number 2. And the way to operate that actuator at the moment is towards the open. You can see that the valve is open. And if I was to give it a closed signal, the actuator starts to run closed. The one on the right-hand side, same power board, same control board. This actuator, I've actually wired it up for a 4 to 20 milliamp control. This is the input signal, so it would be at 20 milliamps at the moment. This would be giving me its feedback, 20 milliamps, and if I give that a signal to run halfway, 12 milliamps, that is the actuator running to 50% of its stroke. So as I say, same power board, same control board, two different options. The third option is not milliamps and it's not hardwired, it is control voltage. So you can send it and receive signals of 0 to 10 volts. Okay, so this is the number 1 actuator. As you can see over there, I've just got 220 volts connected. And over there, on terminal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well, on terminal 2 and 3 I've got my input signal of 4 to 20 milliamps, and on 5 and 6 I've got my output signal giving me my indication. Here is the other actuator, which you can see has got a couple more wires in it. I've got the 220 volt power supply coming in, and over here, well, I'm taking 24 volts DC away from the actuator, running it back into my control box, and coming back on terminal 9, 10 and 11, which would be my open and close signal. You can see the valve is now fully closed, and that valve over there is at 50%. Right, so as I mentioned earlier, you have two options here as far as fail-safe position. On loss of signal, which would be your open close command or your 4 to 20 milliamps, or on loss of power. And you can program these actuators to whatever the customer's requirement is. This particular customer wants fail to open. I've reprogrammed this actuator here and this one just to demonstrate the capabilities of both. So, loss of power, which is probably easier to explain, would be if we lost power to our building. If Eskom decided, well, we don't have enough coal because the gyps is made with coal or wet or whatever the story is. We tend to have it a lot in South Africa, so it's a good feature to have. So on this one here, on loss of power, I programmed it to go to 50%. And on this one over here, well, I've told this actuator to go to 20. 100%. Okay, so there we go. This actuator has been programmed to 20%, it's a set point, and this one's been programmed to be 50%. And the reason why I've made those peculiar position is just to illustrate that these are truly programmable features. If it was normally open, it would go to 90%, 100%. If it was fully closed, it would be 4 milliamps or fully closed. Whatever your customer requires, we can program them. And you can change them, depending if they change the application, if they change the valve. You can increase the torque, you can decrease the torque, you can speed it up, you can slow it down. As I say, a wonderful product, and definitely one which I believe there's huge potential within the South African market.